What's going on, guys? Your boy Coach Anthony and none other than world-class professional fighter Fast Eddie Chambers, and we got a great video for you. 4 tips on how to beat the Philly shell. And I actually got a bonus tip, so you're gonna have to stick to the end of the video so you can get this bonus tip. And I'm telling you, the game that we're about to give you in this particular video is basically like course level stuff, like the stuff that I sell in my courses. You're gonna get it right now in this video, so you have to watch every single tip because this is vital for your boxing, okay? And that's what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to really teach you guys real stuff. The real reason that I started coaching on YouTube wasn't for views and all of that stuff. It was to give out the real stuff, the information that you can only get in these real boxing gyms, these hardcore Philadelphia, New York City, these real boxing gyms that Eddie came up in, gyms that I came up in. Real boxing, not internet fun, let's look cute boxing, real boxing. That's why you're here, so we're going to get into that. Now, I know I haven't been posting as much as I usually do, and it's because I've been working behind the scenes on CoachAnthonyBoxing.com. We got a lot of new stuff. We're rebuilding the offer. Before I would sell all my individual courses, build you from the ground up, the Philly shell, set traps, all individually at different times. And what really started to happen was a lot of people would email saying, I don't know where to start. I don't know which course to get first. What should I? So what I decided to do was just create the bundle with every single course that I've ever done, over 350 videos, created for one price, and also add some extra bonuses to it. So if you're interested in learning more from me, go to the link description below. All that stuff will be there. Now let's just get right into this video. Okay, so the Philly shell. First, you have to know what the Philly shell is. And let me tell you something. Before I get into how to beat the Philly shell is a fantastic thing to learn. And another thing is, sometimes we call the Philly shell, but a lot of guys don't technically do like the Philly shell exactly how it was done in the 50s and the 60s and the Floyds. A lot of guys use principles from the Philly shell. So we're going to say this is an overview for people who like to kind of fight with their lead hand low, a little bit relaxed, okay? We're going to call that the Philly shell for video purposes, but not everybody does the Philly shell, but it's just something that's easy, an easy term for you guys to reference to when you guys see guys with the lead hand low. So that's what we're really talking about when we say the Philly shell. But yes, for those who really do the Philly shell, these tactics can really give those guys a lot of trouble. So first, we're going to get Eddie to get into his boxing stance, okay? He's in the Philly shell. Show him the Philly shell for the most part, okay? Lead hand low, chin behind the shoulder. Rear hand is there to do a bunch of jobs. He got his elbows. Everything's there, okay? We got the complete Philly shell system on the website. When you get the Master Boxing Bundle, you can learn it, and it's a fantastic course. Eddie's on it, okay? But we're going to give you some problems that the Philly shell has, because there's nothing perfect in boxing, okay? So Eddie's in his stance. One great thing to do against a person who likes to fight with the lead hand low, okay, or the Philly shell, is to jab to the chest, okay? So let's show him from the front view. Okay, you see there's a hole here, okay? There's a hole here. So I'm going to attack that hole, okay? Because in boxing, that's what you're really trying to do. You're trying to find those openings, okay? So what I'm looking at is, where's the opening? So he's in his stance right there. You can bring it low like you're really boxing me or whatever. And boom, okay, I'm going to the chest. Now, really get into position like you're boxing me, because I want to go over that scenario that we talked about before. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and jab to his chest. You can catch it how you caught it or whatever. Okay, now, this is what typically will happen to somebody who's in that lead hand low position, okay? Look, and look, he could even trap my hand. Go ahead, look, he got a grip on it, right? It's like, I can't get my hand out. Now he's got a grip on it, okay? But this is what happens now. I start jabbing to his chest, and now he's looking for this shot. Now look at this shot, okay? Boom, opportunity to catch him over the top. A great person to see get caught with that is the one and only Floyd Mayweather when he fought Sugar Shane Mosley. Something very similar happened in that fight, and it was even moments where he trapped that hand, okay? So from a Philly shell position, the lead hand being low obviously creates an opening for the right hand, straight right hand from the same stance, okay? But like I said, you have to create the opening. So in order to create an opening, we jab at the chest. Another reason that I like jabbing at the chest, okay, when we're boxing somebody who does the Philly shell is guys who fight from this position typically rely on upper body movement, right? I jab at your head and, whoa, he makes me miss, okay? So if I go for the target, he's going to make me miss. But if I go to where he's trying to go, chances are I can disrupt his rhythm by jabbing to the chest, okay? So jabbing to the chest is a very old school thing, but against guys who like to fight like that, it can really, really help you create the openings that you're looking for. Okay, tip number 2 on how to beat the Philly shell. Man, I don't even want to tell these guys no more, man. I love the Philly shell, man. Like, damn, okay, I don't even want to tell them. But okay, we're going to tell it to you, okay? So he's in his stance. Okay, test your opponent with your right hand. Now, assuming that we're fighting orthodox versus orthodox, I'm going to have to make a whole different video on how the southpaw and the righties go against, orthodox with the Philly shell. We're not doing that today. This is assuming you're fighting the same stance, southpaw versus southpaw. If you're a lefty or a southpaw, envision that you're boxing a southpaw, and if you're righty, you're obviously boxing another righty, okay? And it's simply test them. See where their defense is at, okay? Because you have to remember, in boxing, the hand is, or in life, the hand is much quicker than the eye. Okay, that's why crooks are able to make a living, all right? People go into a store, they steal. Why? The hand is quicker than the eye. Okay, so you want to test his eyes. You want to see if he's just baiting you, acting like he got a good shell, or if he doesn't, right? So you test them, right? And there's different ways to test them. So the first one was obviously a jab. All right, okay, so now I got him looking for a jab, bang, I let the right hand go. Maybe now I'm hearing, bang, I let the right hand go. You see what I'm saying? Did I touch you? No. So that's a right hand lead. We actually have a video on YouTube on the right hand lead, okay, that we've done a long time ago. So actually there'll be something up here where you can see the right hand lead video, okay? But the right hand lead is a great way to attack somebody. You're basically testing them. You're trying to see, is it real? So how do you test if it's real? You got to throw something out there to test them. You got to find out, you know what I mean? And then maybe they're really good at it, and you start missing a lot, it may show you that, okay, this guy's for real with it, but 9 times out of 10, they're not, all right? Okay, tip number 3. Now, this is one that Eddie actually brought to my attention, and hey, man, that's why I got Eddie with me, right? We got guys with almost 50 pro fights, you know what I'm saying, giving me tips. So, hey, I think I'm going to learn a thing or two from Eddie. What do you guys think? Okay, so I used to hear this one called the reverse, okay, because instead of a 1-2, guys do a 2-1, okay? Now, this one is really good, okay, because Eddie is in his stance, and let's face the camera. Let's just say he shoulder rolls the right hand successfully. Typically, 9 times out of 10, a hook comes. So what does Eddie do? He goes ahead and he catches both. Bang, bang, okay? Now, what's beautiful about that is you do that once or twice, people start to pick up on your pattern. So now Eddie's smart. He's a smart fighter. He's picking up on the pattern. He knows after my right hand, I like to throw a hook, okay? So this is where setting traps comes into play, okay? And we have a whole course in the Master Boxing Bundle, how to set traps and counterpunch. This is a trap setting. So maybe I throw a right hand, left hook, bang, bang. Later on in the round, I try it again, bang, bang. He blocks very nice. Now, when he's facing the camera, he sees the right hand, left hook coming, but I hear and bang, I pop the jab, okay? Now, yeah, look, he almost got tricked, and he's the one who told me about the damn move. You know what I'm saying? No, but it's a really good move, and a lot of old school trainers used to teach the 2-1, and I know because I had a few trainers who taught it to me, but it's beautiful when you think, when would I use the 2-1, okay? That's one of those examples. When you get a guy to look for the hook, okay, so we already set it up a few times. I threw a right hand, left hook, right hand, left hook. Now I go right hand jab, okay? So it's a 2-1. Let's show them what a 2-1 might look like on the mitts. Bang, bang. Okay, do it again. Pop, pop. Again, pop, pop. Okay, so it's a 2-1. That's a reverse. Very, very good. And then, of course, you can always follow that up with another 2. Pop, pop, bang. And there you go. Knockout.
Because think about that. When you did that shit, you threw the right hand. You threw it at me. You threw it. Boom. And then you did that. And then you threw 2, 1. Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Because I'm thinking the hook was coming, and then I bang, and it bang. That's a wrap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Seriously, I teach that.
Okay, now this is another good tip, okay? Now we got him looking for the reverse, right? The 2-1. We got him looking for that, okay? You hit him with it, he got caught with it. Now we have to understand this. People who like to fight out of this position, okay, a lot of times they rely on the catcher's mitt. We've talked about the catcher's mitt on this channel quite a bit, okay? So, Eddie, let's demonstrate what the catcher's mitt is, or we can call that the windshield wiper, okay? The windshield wiper, why? Because it's doing two things and it's going across the body. Kind of if it was a car window, this is the windshield wiper. So now his windshield wiper is working, right? It's working. All the old school guys would do stuff like that all the time. So now we went ahead and we threw a 2 and a 1. He got caught again. Oh my gosh. Right. Yeah, okay. So there you go. This is so real. Imagine, you know what I mean? Okay, so now he got caught with that. He's not too happy about that. So how does he prevent the 2-1 from the Philly shell? He may use that windshield wiper a little bit more aggressively now. So now I go here, boom, 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 boom. See, he got his hands in front of his face now because he sees that I'm throwing straight shots down the line. So he's going to put this hand here now in order to catch everything coming up the middle. Okay, let's go over that one more time because we didn't rehearse that, so Eddie probably wasn't sure what I was talking about, all right? Boom, boom. You see? He's using that catcher's mitt to make sure he positions himself. He pulling back. He really just doesn't want to get hit at this point, right? So he's doing that. So now I go ahead and I go here and then bang, come with the gazelle hook, okay? All right, now a good fight to reference that is Marcos Maidana and Floyd Mayweather, okay? Broner. Yeah. Marcos Maidana and Adrian Broner, my bad, okay? Where he went ahead and he dropped and he came with those big shots. And you see Adrian Broner pulling back. Both hands come forward, okay? And like I told you, when you're fighting out of the Philly shell, the reason it's such an effective defensive technique is because you have so many different ways to evade punches, but it can also be to your detriment. Okay? And that's why it's not for everybody. And that's why when you talk to a lot of coaches, a lot of them won't even want to teach it to guys because not everybody can handle it. All right? It's one of those defenses that if you don't put in the time, if you don't put in the effort, if you're not that kind of a fighter, you can really get hurt trying this stuff. And it's much safer and a better bet to just keep your hands up basic, you know what I mean? But if you do have the ability, there's ways to drill and train and spar where you could pull it off. So that's giving you both sides of the token there, explaining to you that, yes, though there's dangers, there's advantages, but these are the dangers that you need to be aware of. So for the people who like to fight out of the Philly shell, let's not go ahead and just disregard it. Now, I'm not doing that no more. No. It's good. You should be aware of this stuff. You should let it scare you a little bit. So now you can work on how to not get caught with those particular shots. You see what I'm saying? And the reason why Floyd Mayweather was so good with the Philly shell was because he also added his footwork. He didn't just rely on standing planted like Adrian Broner did. No disrespect to Broner, but he got hit a lot more than Floyd. And the reason was he used to keep both feet into the ground, and he would try that stuff where Floyd knew when he had to utilize his footwork and escape and stuff of that nature. So you don't just use one thing. He understood when the hands had to come up. So that's what makes a complete boxer, a guy that understands the dangers and understands what needs to get done in this particular time, okay? I know you guys stuck around to the end, so we owe you a bonus, okay? And we're going to go ahead and get into that right now. Okay, and last but not least, another great bonus tip on how to beat the Philly shell is just go after his ass. Let's let them hands go. Throw them from everywhere. Just go crazy on them. And as silly as that sounds, again, Marcos Maidana, Floyd Mayweather, and Broner. How much trouble did Floyd Mayweather have when he fought Maidana? How much trouble did Broner have when he fought Maidana? When you're working out of the Philly shell, you can go ahead and have a lot of trouble because now you're just focusing on defending. Quick reminder, you don't win fights making guys miss, okay? You win fights by hitting guys more than they hit you. So if you can get a guy to, just focus on defense, even if he's making you miss 75% of the times, but if he's not coming back with nothing, he's still lost. So just let your hands go and test the waters. And of course, if you're running into counters and you're getting clipped and all those things, then yes, you may want to slow down and reevaluate the situation. And that's what boxing is. It's not, they have an old saying that, a good fighter, well, my man Billy Briscoe always told me this one. Big shout out to Billy, okay? Whenever I use Billy stuff, I make sure I shout him out because a lot of these guys out there don't, okay? But a good fighter adjusts fight to fight. A great fighter adjusts round by round, and sometimes in the middle of the round, okay? So you have to know when to adjust, okay? If you don't adjust, then you're gonna just get caught up in stuff. So yes, you test the waters, you see if you can get it off. You do, great. If not, then you slow down, but test it. Let your hands go. Let's see if that guy is really as good in that Philly shell position as he thinks he is, or he says he is, or whatever the case may be. All right, guys, go to the website, CoachAnthonyBoxing.com, and if you don't just want to go to the website, I got a bunch of freebies in the link description below. We got the free ebook. We got the newsletter. I got some workout plans on there. Go there, drop your email. All that stuff is absolutely free, okay? I got a ton of videos on YouTube for free, okay? So I just want to make sure you guys know that I offer a service, and also we got Eddie and Chambers involved in the service that I'm offering, okay? And if you guys want to take your boxing to the next level, we're here for you. But if you guys just want to go ahead and get some free stuff, we got stuff for you too. You already know, Boxing Life.